After buying luxury items for over 10 years now, everything from shoes to clothing and of course bags, I have found that there are 7 key items worth investing in that can springboard all the other items in your wardrobe and effortlessly elevate your style. Hey, Steph here. So the first core luxury buy that I would recommend is actually an area that I went very wrong in my early days of buying designer pieces, and this is a pair of luxury shoes. Now, where I went majorly wrong is I was lusting after a pair of Christian Louboutin shoes, the red sole, just how beautiful and sexy they look on the foot. That is what I really wanted. When I had enough money to buy my first pair of luxury shoes, this is the brand that I went for first. But it really didn't work out in the sense that I didn't think about when I would actually use them or how often I would actually use them. So in hindsight, they definitely weren't a good first purchase. I didn't learn my lesson after the first pair. Oh no, I actually bought 3 pairs of Christian Louboutin shoes. I have a nude pair, which I have never worn outside the house. I have a glittery pair, which I have worn once actually. And then the pair that I have worn the most are the black Pigole Folies in the suede. What I would advise instead, if I could go back and give myself this same advice, I would 100% take it, is actually look at your lifestyle. Maybe keep a diary for a week. Write down what shoes you are actually wearing. Is it trainers? Is it pumps? Is it ballet flats? Is it sandals? Now for me personally, I don't go to a place of work anymore. I work for myself, but I do regularly go on days out in London, doing shopping vlogs, etc., running around to meetings, and a pair of shoes that I wear the most are trainers because I need comfort. So for me, a pair of designer trainers definitely makes sense. So in terms of a trainer, because that is an area that I am looking to invest in now, knowing what I know, the Loewe Flow Runner trainers are definitely one of my favorite choices right now. I absolutely love the L logo on the side, and they come in so many different colors. Team this with jeans or like a casual looking dress, I think they're going to look fantastic. For a smarter looking shoe, a trainer, I would go for a tennis style shoe. Now, one of my favorites that I have invested in is the Hermes Day Sneaker. These are definitely quite an investment, but I really love the Kelly lock on the front of the trainer. They definitely are not as comfortable as a pair of the Flow Runners, no doubt, which I have heard are meant to be really comfortable, but they do look smarter. So if you're maybe going to meetings and you want to be casual and comfortable, but slightly smarter than a pair of athletic shoes, for example, these could be a great choice. Now, if you are looking for a smart work shoe or just something to wear to nice occasions, a great pump with a heel can be the one. Now, the brand that I've recently invested in is Fendi with the Calibri pumps. Mine have the FF on the front. Now, these particular ones, you can get them in flat, you can get a small heel. I believe there might even be 3 heel sizes. I did go for the bigger heel size, but for me, I still find this really comfortable. They have this like padded strap around the back and they come in so many different color variations. Great for work. You could even wear them in the evening, going out, for example. Let's move on to boots. One of my favorite personal pair of boots is the Jimmy Choo Carter boot. I just think everything about this boot is so gorgeous. They do come up just below the knee. I'm 5'6" for reference. I personally really like to wear mine with a jumper dress, some tights, throw these boots on and a long line coat, and the look is just complete. If you want a flat boot, however, the René Calvella Clio boots are definitely a popular choice. These boots are all handmade. I've tried them on in person quite a few times and I can say they are stunning. So those are my designer shoe recommendations. The second core luxury item that is going to effortlessly elevate your style is an area that I did not put enough emphasis on in the early days when I started buying luxury pieces, and I definitely realized the error of my ways now. And that is to invest in some high quality, classically beautiful jewelry pieces. Now again, I got this really wrong in my early days when I did invest in a few jewelry pieces. I went for big logo costume jewelry pieces from designer brands. And specifically, I have a Chanel necklace. These are expensive pieces of jewelry from a fashion house like Chanel, but because they are costume jewelry, they are not made from real precious metals. It is not solid gold at all. And that means that these pieces, you do have to be really careful with them because they can tarnish over time. That said, you are basically paying for the logo, the brand, and not actually fine quality materials, which is a complete error in my opinion, and I can now see clearly what I would do instead. And that is only invest in high quality, real precious metals. One of my favorite brands is IDYL. I would like to say a huge thank you to IDYL for sponsoring this part of today's video. I've worked with IDYL for quite a few years now actually, and I can honestly say I wear their pieces all the time. Like nearly every day I have a piece of IDYL jewellery on. And for this video, IDYL have sent me some brand new pieces from their new Cosmic Collection. Apparently I am the first YouTuber to ever receive pieces from this collection. Let's take a look. Here we have the new Nell style, which features 3 diamonds dropping down on this chain. Then we have the solar ear cuff. Oh my gosh, it's basically just a dripped chain of diamonds totaling half a carat of diamonds. And this is what they look like on. So here we have the Nell, which I've just kind of attached to the front and then the back. So it's like this drop of diamonds. Of course, you could actually attach this to a higher and have like a chain going from 2 studs. And then this is the solar cuff, basically like a drip of diamonds going from the ear cuff to the stud. I could attach this to a lower stud as well if I wanted to. And one of the reasons that I would recommend IDYL as a core luxury purchase is all these pieces are modular, okay? So when you can buy the studs separately, so all of these studs here, as you can the gold chains. You can then buy loads of different stunning lab-grown diamond attachments for them. In fact, another one of my favorites is the diamond ear cuff. Let me just put this on for a little bit something extra. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. I honestly will never be spending any of my money again on costume jewellery, only real fine jewellery pieces. Such as the pieces from IDYL. They're all handmade in Antwerp and feature the highest quality, sustainable lab-grown diamonds. They even have in-house certified diamond graders to verify each piece meets their high standard of quality. All the pieces are made from 14 karat solid traceable gold. This means you can wear them in the shower for everyday life and they aren't going to tarnish because they aren't plated. They are solid gold. And IDYL have kindly given us another 10% off discount code. I will flash the details on the screen down below and include them in the description box for you. This is going to get you 10% off the entire range, including the brand new Cosmic Collection. The third core luxury item worth investing in is an area that I didn't again put so much emphasis on in the early days, and that is a luxury belt. So specifically, one of my first luxury belts that I purchased, I got this about 6 months ago. I put a lot of thought into this, is actually the Hermes Kelly belt. This is a very popular belt right now. We don't have any big logos, but the reason I decided to invest in this luxury piece, because it is definitely an investment, is that you can adjust this belt super easily. So you can wear it as a waist belt or you can wear it more around your hips with jeans, for example. Now, I love wearing the Kelly belt with a jumper dress. If I put the Kelly belt on and cinch the waist in of the jumper dress, it completely changes the look. I also sometimes wear it over an oversized blazer to cinch it in, and of course I wear it with maybe jeans and a t-shirt. The fact that the Hermes belts are plated again with real precious metals really adds something beautiful, like a piece of jewelry, again to an outfit, but it's simple enough that it goes with everything. Now, if you don't have one that can adjust in this way, then maybe the Kelly belt is not for you. I would definitely look at some designer brands such as Louis Vuitton and Dior, where you can actually reverse the belt. So you're basically getting 2 belts for the price of one color on one side, one color on the other. The fourth best core luxury buy is a pair of sunglasses. Not only are they great for your eye health in general, but again, they can completely change the look of an outfit. And I definitely don't think you need a huge collection of sunglasses. One really great pair I find is enough. I have 2 favorites, which I'll show you in a second. But what you first want to understand is what face shape you have to find the right style for you. So taking a look at this image here, we have a heart-shaped face, a round face. Personally, I think I'm more of an oval-shaped face, and I definitely find like the big kind of cat eye sunglasses really suit me, and I absolutely adore them. So this is the style that I have invested in, and for me personally, I have my Celine cat eye sunglasses here. And I do love a black frame, but these are like a tortoiseshell with the Celine logo on the side. And the reason I went for these, I did have the black ones as well. They're very similar to another pair that I've got, but I find these are less harsh, but they are still the shape that I really like. I do have to show you another pair that I've got from Saint Laurent, because I decided they had a buy one get one half price offer on a little while ago. I wore these in London the other day. These are the Saint Laurent. I will link to everything, by the way, that I mentioned in today's video down below in the description, so you can shop this easily. These are the Kate sunglasses. These are in all black, so they're definitely harsher. They are more dramatic. They are cut more angular here. They don't have a big logo on the side, they just have kind of like Saint Laurent here. And if you don't know where to start when it comes to designer sunglasses and you don't want to end up with loads of them or pieces that you don't like, there are apps where you can like take a photo of yourself or go on video and you can try different styles on virtually. I would start here. I will link to one of the apps down below. Then I would know what style and shape roughly I would want, check out some of my favorite luxury brands, and then head into store and try them on. Core luxury item number 5 is a great designer blazer. And the reason designer blazers are so popular is because they are often cut and use better fabrics than what we find on the high street. Now, I can't talk about luxury blazers without talking about the classic Balmain blazer. I personally have one in my collection. However, I will say I feel like this style right now, like a fitted blazer, isn't as in as an oversized blazer, but it has such a classic silhouette. And the reason the Balmain blazer took off so much is it nips in the waist, it kind of peplums out, and we have these strong shoulders. Like, this silhouette I don't think is ever going to go out of style. And I've never found a high street piece that fits as well as this one. Now, that being said, right now, the oversized blazer trend is huge, and I have found one that I'm absolutely obsessed with. And it is from Jacquemus. They do some really cool, fun style blazers, but this particular one is the Le Vesti Homme style of the blazer. It comes in many different colors, and one of the things that I love to do with this blazer is roll the sleeves up and use a hairband to kind of keep them cropped up, wear it with a t-shirt or a bodysuit and a pair of jeans and trainers, and it just instantly makes the look a little bit more put together. Core luxury item number 6 is a designer coat or jacket. Now, I say coat or jacket because it really depends on the climate that you live in and what your style is. Because I live in the UK and it feels like we can get 4 seasons in a day in this country, I personally like an oversized long coat. This enables me to have room for movement. So if it's a colder day, I can layer up with things like a jumper and still fit the coat over the top without it looking silly. What I personally look for when it comes to a luxury coat or jacket is the fabrics that the piece is made from. You aren't going to want something that is scratchy. You are going to want something that is beautifully made and soft on the skin. One of the obvious ones when we look at long line coats is Max Mara. They have some incredible, beautiful, classic style coats. The caramel Max Mara coat is a super popular one. I actually have the Camilla coat, however, from El Capini. I will link it down below for you. And this is very similar to the Max Mara styles. They have it in black. They also have it in like an off-white, which again, I have this one, and the caramel color. I love this so much. It is beautifully soft to wear. And another thing for me, again, is having this waist belt so I can tie it, cinch it in, and then it creates a really beautiful silhouette. But these styles of coats I don't think are ever really going to go out of fashion. Now, if you're looking more towards jackets, you might want to look, if you are in a much colder climate, at a puffer jacket. I have the Fendi reversible puffer jacket, so I can reverse it and have the FFs, or I can have the black side with the FFs just down the arms. This is great. I realize the UK is probably not quite cold enough most of the time for this puffer jacket. If you go on ski holidays, for example, this would be great, live in really cold, snowy climates. If you live in a warmer climate and you prefer a jacket, again, another Fendi one that I absolutely love and is on my wish list personally is the reversible wool jacket. It has a hood to it as well and a zip. It's cropped, and I've seen so many people with this. It comes in grey, caramel and black. And finally, in my opinion, what I think is the best core luxury accessory you can invest in, of course, is a designer bag. I really think that the bag you choose to carry can completely transform an outfit. Now, if you are looking for your first designer bag or one of your first bags and you don't want a gigantic collection, it's entirely the reason I made this YouTube channel. So you know what to do. Make sure you subscribe. There's loads of content on here to help you find your dream bag sooner rather than later, and hopefully save yourself a lot of money in the process by getting the right one the first time. I see a lot of people go wrong when it comes to luxury bags. A lot of people want to go to the kind of aspirational Chanel classic flap, for example, and whilst this is a very beautiful, iconic bag, from a practicality point of view, you can't cross-body this bag so easily. There's some sizes which the chain doesn't really go long enough. You can't top handle it. The medium size I would personally describe as a small bag, and of course, we have had huge price increases on this bag. I really wouldn't recommend it as a first luxury bag personally. So I think there are 3 main options that you should consider when it comes to your first or one of your first luxury bags. The first one is an upcoming area right now in the luxury world, and this is the affordable luxury bag. This is where you are paying for high quality for lesser known brands, but they have some fantastic, really innovative and contemporary designs. So in the affordable luxury bag range, expect to pay up to about £1,000, $1,000 for a bag. So much more affordable than some of the huge fashion houses such as Chanel. Two brands that I would highly recommend looking at is Lalaghi Beaumont. So I have the Fontaine bag here, and I also have the beautiful Maya bag. They have these in so many different colors, different sizes. They are made from the most beautiful Italian calf leather. They are all suede leather lined, which again makes the piece feel so much more luxurious, and the hardware is 24 karat gold plated. These are classic, these are stunning, and they will stand the test of time. Lalaghi's designs are very classic looking. If you are into more casual kind of everyday styles, I would definitely check out Atelier's Auguste. I have a few pieces here from their gold edition line, so the hardware is gold plated. The second category is the big brands, but the more affordable entry level pieces from the big brands. So especially looking here at Louis Vuitton. And just to show you, so I have quite a few kind of entry-level Louis Vuitton pieces. The Neverfull tote bag, super popular one. The Speedy bag here, this is a Speedy 30, and the Neo Noe bucket bag, all of these in monogram canvas. For this kind of range, you are looking to spend between probably $1,000 and $2,000 or pounds. So they are the cheaper pieces from the big luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, more kind of affordable entry level, if you will. But you're definitely paying a premium for the logo on the piece. And then of course you have your super high-end category. So maybe if you only want one designer bag, you want that ultimate designer piece. So I'm talking from Louis Vuitton, the Capucine bag, which costs about 4 or 5 times as much as some of the entry-level pieces, such as the Neverfull. From Dior, you have the Lady Dior, Chanel, the classic flat. And I will say, if you don't want a big collection, but you are absolutely in love with one of these super high-end pieces, just do some homework first, because I find with the Lady Dior, the Capucine, and the classic flap, they all do have their own little flaws and niggles in their own way. So you just have to make sure that you are okay with those. But if someone said to me I had to whittle my collection down to just one luxury bag, that would be really hard, but it would be one of my more special pieces. It definitely wouldn't be the most practical piece. It would just be one of the most beautiful pieces. So for me, the categories that I would focus on going back and knowing what I know now is the affordable luxury range for every day. You aren't paying a fortune for a logo, but you are getting a really high quality piece. But then I would also consider the super high end. If I could only have a few bags, I would keep my more special pieces. So affordable for every day, and for more special occasions and achievements, I would go for the higher end and possibly skip the kind of more affordable bags from some of the higher end luxury brands. Make sure you don't go anywhere, because coming up next, the 7 best affordable luxury bags for beginners. I reveal my favorite at the end of the video. Enjoy.